Preparing for an NBA season is grueling. Doing it for a 24th time at 41 years old requires a complete reevaluation of what a basketball body can actually handle. That physical reality is clashing with an incredibly loud rumor mill. Right now, LeBron James is a free agent, and his representation claims 27 different front offices have reached out. The noise reached a boiling point recently when rumors circulated that Steve Kerr had already secured a done deal to bring him to California. To see through that speculation, we have to look at the math. This chart shows the objective prediction market data, highlighting the true finalists. The Cavaliers lead at 46%, the Heat at 24%, the Warriors at 15%, and Sixers at 10%. These probabilities skew heavily toward the East, suggesting the true race is concentrated in two specific zip codes. If we want to predict where he actually signs, we have to mute the clickbait and analyze the front office math of these four organizations. We can do that using an objective evaluation filter. Let's call it the Strategic Showdown Matrix. This matrix maps our four finalists against the three pillars that dictate viability for an aging superstar: salary cap reality, roster fit, and health risk. At this stage, maximizing return on investment means finding a situation that secures a legacy culmination without forcing him to absorb unnecessary physical burdens to get there. When you run the contenders through this specific filter, the loudest media predictions start to fall apart. We start with Golden State, the media's favorite buddy system scenario. The appeal is obvious. Teaming up with Steph Curry offers a high-profile, comfortable lifestyle finale in the Bay Area. Draymond Green even tried to force the front office's hand, opting out of his massive player option to clear the necessary cap space. But the on-court reality is bleak. Golden State missed the playoffs, their core is visibly aging, and they rely heavily on an injury-prone Kristaps Porzingis. Insider reporting confirms this disconnect. According to Shams Charania, despite the aggressive public recruitment, the Warriors have actually moved to the extreme periphery of this race. Definitive joining Golden State guarantees massive media attention, but it severely fails both the health and roster tests. It is a high-risk basketball play with a very low probability of a championship reward. Then there is the pitch from the Philadelphia 76ers, positioned as an overpowered super team. The core attraction here is sharing the offensive load with a dynamic young star like Tyrese Maxey. Combine that with Philadelphia's recent blockbuster trade for Jaylen Brown, and the starting five looks devastating on paper. But paper doesn't account for the collective bargaining agreement. Looking at this pie chart of the Sixers' salary cap, massive slices are immediately consumed by Embiid, Maxey, and Brown. That leaves only a sliver for LeBron, forcing him to take a severe pay cut. The secondary risk is even more glaring. Joel Embiid's severe injury history is a constant variable. Insider whispers suggest the front office might stagger their minutes, avoiding playing Embiid and LeBron on the court together at all. Direct, Philadelphia is asking a billionaire to slash his salary to become a fourth option, all while carrying someone else's physical liabilities. That leaves the two statistical favorites, starting with the Miami Heat. Miami spent their offseason trading for Giannis Antetokounmpo, pairing him with Bam Adebayo to construct a historically versatile frontcourt. Because Miami's competitive identity is already firmly anchored by Giannis, adding LeBron makes him a luxury piece. He wouldn't be arriving as the foundational star, which slightly diminishes the narrative weight of a final championship. That brings us to the strategic favorite, returning to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland returns a highly competitive core, featuring Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and James Harden. They have the ball handling and size to complement an older player. More importantly, the Cavaliers planned for this. They specifically structured James Harden's recent contract to keep their financial books entirely flexible for a maximum salary acquisition. Miami offers a prepackaged juggernaut, but Cleveland offers a tailor-made roster. It balances financial reality with the precise fit required for a final chapter. The final layer to this decision involves the quiet, behind-the-scenes relationships. Of all the front offices attempting to make contact this cycle, the only executive who has successfully maintained a direct line to LeBron is Cavaliers assistant GM Brandon Weems, a close childhood friend. Meanwhile, agent Rich Paul is carefully managing communications with the rest of the league, ensuring the back channels remain secure and options stay open. Even Cleveland head coach Kenny Atkinson has publicly teased the idea, signaling organizational alignment from the top down. So when does the waiting end? The specific PR timeline suggests fans shouldn't expect an immediate press release. The NBA Summer League runs through July 19th, culminating right around the 2026 World Cup final. Waiting for those events to clear allows a free agency announcement to completely command the global sports news cycle. When late July arrives, the math points in one direction. Cleveland provides the roster, the cap space, and the internal connections to deliver the highest return on investment for basketball's greatest career.